Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It is truly, truly a beautiful Saturday morning. It's mid-50s here, but the sun is out. My feet got a little bit cold this morning. Had to wear my sweatshirt, but the sun will be out soon, and we'll be taking the sweatshirts off because actually Kate's not even wearing hers this morning.
Nope, I'm braving the cold.
It's going to be, yesterday was actually pretty warm. We had, I don't know what it got up to, but it was pretty warm.
In the high 70s. I don't remember exactly where.
Yeah,
pretty high.
It was warm enough that people were talking about summer coming back. So I welcome summer back any day.
Me too.
Because I don't like the cold. You guys know that. I'm a big baby in the cold. Which is why I had to go put my woolly socks on this morning. I came out here with no socks, and I had to excuse myself while Kate was sitting here so I can run in and get some woolly socks on. What a way to open a show. What I really meant was, welcome to the Saturday morning Daddykirbs live show. Sitting here with Kate, my friend and moderator, and she helps keep this show in line with chat, welcoming everyone, keeping the chat going, and also helping to keep the show family friendly. My other moderators who aren't here this morning, at least I haven't seen anyone else this morning. Wee Tree Bonsai, who's here, she's the trooper every week, making sure that things stay in line. She is not feeling well this morning, so if you guys have it in you to offer up a prayer for Wee Tree Bonsai, do that so that she can get feeling better. And so, welcome to the live show. We're very glad you're here this morning. It is so much fun every week. This is a place, if you haven't been here before, this is a place every week where we gather with the people who are coming around the Daddykirbs content to create community. We like to call it the Fanily, F-A-N-I-L-Y. The Fanily has a closed Facebook group as well, but we also meet on Saturday mornings here on the Daddykirbs YouTube channel so that we can just gather together, have a good time in the chat. The chat is actually probably more fun than watching me. So if you show up, you can just scroll through, read the chat, and have a good time. If you're live with us, please do join in the chat, because that's where the party really is. I'm just here to hold place.
And I'm just here to chat.
That's right. Yes. So it is truly a lot of fun to be here. I look forward to this every Saturday. I know that several of you do too. Like Paul, last week showed up on Friday. Nobody else was here. Sorry, Paul.
And then he slept in on Saturday and missed the show.
Do we have a cat in the background? I see people talking about cats.
I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me. So I got a new tea. I usually drink chai tea. This is a chai tea, but I've been normally drinking the Twinning and Tazo brand teas, but this morning Mama Kirbs bought some Tivana, I think it's called, and it's pretty good. Not a bad chai tea. All right, so diving into the show, I want to thank you first. I want to give a great big thank you. My patrons, in my opinion, deserve such a huge thanks on a regular basis, because my patrons at Patreon support me financially with a few dollars every month. And yeah, every month. I almost changed my thought there. And so what that does is it gives me a fund that I can purchase audio, visual equipment, things that I need for the channel. And I don't ever have to dig into the I was going to say family. I don't ever have to dig into the family budget. And most recently, I got to purchase the GoPro, which is a pretty cool little tool. Has a nice handle. I'll talk more about this in a minute, but I wanted to say thank you very much to my patrons. You guys are truly appreciated. And I got 2 more patrons over the last week or so. And every time I get a new one, it warms my heart that you guys are so willing to support what I do here. Thank you very much. I also would love to, but I don't have it. Where did I put it? I didn't bring it out, I guess.
What did you?
My Simply Clean food packages.
No, you didn't.
Simply Clean Foods is a company in Austin, Texas that does freeze-dried foods, and they have sent us samples, and they are super duper tasty. I don't have any because I ate them all, but
I helped.
she helped eat them. They are really, really good freeze-dried foods, something that you might want to consider putting into your pantry for just in case. And so that's at simplycleanfoods.net. Is that correct? Is it .net?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, I think it's .net. Use the coupon code or password Daddykirbs, DADDYKIRBS, and that will give you a discount on your purchase. Check them out. Also, it's fair to mention that one of my favorite gardening container systems is the Greenstock. So go to greenstockgardens.com and check out, shop around, see if there's anything you like there. It's a vertical growing system that is beautifully designed. I love having them here on the farm. I actually have one right over here that's growing some stuff. Where is it? Can you see it? Oh yeah, right there. Reaching across Kate here. That's one of my systems that has a few tiers set up. We got a little plane flying over. It's gonna be noisy for a minute. That's those ultralights. Can't see it, but I can hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not an ultralight. That's a little Cessna. Anyway, they fly over and it's kind of
It's a
noisy.
little airplane that makes a lot of noise.
Yep, itty bitty.
I won't fly in those.
No, the little ones?
Yeah, I have a friend whose dad is a retired pilot from American Airlines, and they have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they've offered several times to take me places, and they're just too little. I just won't do it. I have enough trouble flying on the 747.
Yeah, the big ones. The small ones, it is a different feeling. You actually get to feel more.
Yeah.
It's like a small boat compared to a big boat.
Right.
You feel a lot more of the ocean when you're in a small boat.
Well, here's an odd one. I would love to go up in an ultralight.
That's a lot smaller.
Yes, and nothing around you.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know.
But I also want to hang glide, and I also want to skydive.
I would love to hang glide. I have done skydiving.
Have you? I've not.
When I was younger, here's a little story for you, since every story counts. When I was a little kid, like itty bitty, I've always been a little kid, but when I was an itty bitty kid, I told my dad I wanted a parachute. I don't know why. I just said, hey Dad, I want a parachute. And he said, when you're 21, I will buy you a parachute. This is when I was like 5. Every year for my birthday, I reminded him I wanted a parachute. And every year he reminded me when I was 21, he would get me a parachute. And so it turned out that when I was 21, I didn't actually get a physical parachute of my own, but what he did was purchase for me a skydiving lesson and a dive. So when I was 21, I actually got to go up and jump out of an airplane, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a really cool way for my dad to honor his promise of getting me a parachute. So that's just a cool memory, and I would love to do it again, except I feel at this point my legs wouldn't bounce quite as well as they did when I was 21.
Yeah, well, I was just telling them, they're encouraging me to try some of these things that I'm talking about.
Do it.
I said I may do it, or I may just wait until I'm too old.
Nice. Well, someone the other day was talking about bucket list, and I can't remember what it was. They were talking about some super duper dangerous activity that would likely kill them, and I said, well, just put that at the bottom of your bucket list. Make that the last thing you do, because likely it's the last thing they would do. So if you have a bucket list with a very dangerous item, make that one last. Because I was talking about bucket list for myself, and my bucket list honestly is not going places and doing things. My bucket list now is conquering fears, things that scare me. I want to do, because I have lived for so long not doing things because of fear. I mean, I'm talking about simple things like getting up and public speaking and just actually going through and doing a presentation without freaking out.
But you do that every Saturday.
Yeah, but this is different. This is
No,
different.
it's not.
Well,
The people are out there. You just, when you do your presentation, you have to put a camera on the podium in front of you.
how many are here?
We got 37.
So I promise you, if 37 people were sitting in front of me, my actions and reactions would be a lot different because I freak out.
That's why I say put the camera there and pretend you're talking to the camera.
There you go. That's why every time I do a public presentation, if ever, I'm just gonna have a camera sitting in front of me, turned off. Just talk to the camera.
Yeah. My secret when I do presentations, and I used to do a lot of them, was I would look out at the audience, and in my mind, I would see everybody sitting there in their underwear. You can't be afraid of people sitting out there in their underwear.
Yeah, I'm afraid I would have a hard time continuing any presentation.
Yeah, it took
imagining people in their underwear. Because I would imagine they're imagining me in my underwear, and that would just be awkward.
Right.
So, yeah, actually, public speaking, and I have it in me to want to sing, but I don't sing well. So one of my fears is singing to where people can hear it. And I'm not talking about silly songs with the kids. I'm talking about like actually singing a real song for an audience. I don't really have a desire to do it for an audience, but I have a desire to do it, and it scares me. I have a fear of that. So one of my bucket list items is someday I'm just going to learn a song and I'm going to do it.
I'm going to take you karaoke with me.
I might not do that. Because
it's a lot of fun.
That really is, yeah, I've seen people, on TV do it. I've never seen it.
It's not the same on TV as it is in real life. It really isn't. In real life, depending, of course, on the audience you have, but in real life, you get a lot of positive reinforcement. People clap for you, holler yay when you're done, regardless of how well or badly you do.
People will shout yay when I'm done, for sure. Hey, he finished, next.
No, they do things like, you go, and stuff like that.
You go. No, really, go.
You are so bad.
Yeah. So
I want you to sing a song right now.
Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
It's probably not even your birthday. So that's one of the only songs I remember all the words to. So yeah, so another thing that I really would like to do, like it's in me to want to do, but I have a fear for it. So I don't. It's all the same fear: public speaking, public singing, and stage play. I would really love to be in some sort of stage play, production, to creatively act in front of people, but the underlying fear is not any of those things in particular. It's the fear of doing it wrong, the fear of messing up in front of people. So anyway, so my bucket list is to do things in my life that help me to conquer those fears. And so far, one of the things, honestly, I'm on my way, because if you remember way back, for those of you who have been following the Daddykirbs channel for 8 years, my early life on YouTube was kind of awkward at times. I mean, it was awkward. I didn't do well in front of the camera because I had those same fears. I was afraid I was going to mess up. So what that did was create not only a fear of messing up, but this desire to be perfect, which I was never going to be. And so my pride and need for perfection actually made me angry. And so I would shoot my YouTube videos and become angry. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to do well. I wanted to present my story, but it would end up making me angry. I would be angry at myself. I would be angry at the camera. I would be angry at anyone that offered to help me. And so it was sort of unpleasant for a long time. But if you remember back, I think it was in 2016, just a couple years ago, I had a moment where I realized that was all counterproductive, silly. And here comes Fiona. She just jumped on the table. Hey, girl.
Uh-oh, there goes the camera.
Rubbing on the microphone. Did you hear that? Come on. Come away from the microphone. Step away from the camera. Come here. Oh. There we go. She wanted to come and say hello. Hello. All right, you can go. She didn't want me to say hello. She just wanted to come up here and be on the table.
Mm-hmm. And be in the middle of everything we're doing.
That's right. Yes. So All right, Xavier, I see your question about the bees, and I am going to talk about the bees. And actually, that was part of the plan this morning, to talk about the bees, because yesterday I went out and shot a beekeeping video, and it's an interesting, different video. Well, I'll let you be the judge on whether it's interesting. But the difference in this particular video is that I was shooting with 2 cameras. I was shooting with, normally when I go out and shoot beekeeping, I use this camera. It's on a tripod. This is the tripod that my phone is on right now, that you guys are sitting on. But this is the camera that I shoot my beekeeping with. In fact, sometimes there's bees stuck in here. Not today.
Yep.
But so yesterday I went out and shot the beekeeping video with the big camera and the GoPro. So I was able to get some interesting angles. Now there's a learning curve for me with the GoPro. I don't have it all figured out yet, so some things aren't perfect. And yeah, you're right, Paul, bees do not like the dead cat. I think they take that as an aggressive critter that's trying to get into their hive. But what I noticed, and you'll see in the video, they don't like this either. I think just in general, bees don't like the sound or frequency or whatever it is that comes out of cameras, because they attack every one of them. They attack my cell phone, they attack the GoPro, this, especially the dead cat. But yeah,
Paul says it looks like a bear to them.
Yeah, yeah, a little tiny bear, but a bear.
Right.
Like a koala bear, you know, with cute eyeballs and little hands.
We have someone from Sweden here.
Oh.
Offgrid.se.
Offgrid.se from Sweden. Welcome to the farm. Welcome to the show. Let's see. So I have it in my note. I wrote notes this morning. Not enough notes. Not enough to cover an hour. We're going to have to wing it for some of this. But take notes, and part of the notes is that I wanted to talk a little bit more about the GoPro and the beekeeping episode. Now, I don't have any deal with GoPro. You guys buy it or not, I don't care, because I get nothing out of it. But you may, if you guys, some of you are creators, you may find this is a useful tool. I wasn't sure. I never purchased a GoPro before this version because my son has had them, and I just never liked how cumbersome it seemed to fiddle with all the settings. But the cool thing about this one, a few cool things. The screen is a touch screen, and it's got really nice colorful displays. But more than that, it links into the app on your phone, and you can control this camera through your phone. So that's pretty cool. And we'll see if it ends up being a regular thing in my videos. But the video yesterday was fun, and it comes with this compact. I'm really not trying to sell this. I'm showing you because it's something I have now, and it's something that I think is pretty cool. But it comes with this compact little holder tool. And so in the end of this, you can take this out and turn it around. And that then is a tripod, and it holds it up. Oops, there it is. So that's pretty handy. That's pretty neat. So you can put that in and out as needed. And then also it has this pretty handy extendable arm, so you can reach out. This is the one where you see people reaching out and doing their selfies. But you can put that tripod like that and have it standing up tall. You can't see it in this shot, but or you know, any angle you need to get that right, the shot that you need. Another really cool feature of this camera is that the audio that's on board is actually not bad. You'll see that in the video that I release. Hopefully I release that tomorrow, because I have to finish editing that. Editing, that didn't sound right. Editing that today.
They want to know if there's an Amazon link for the GoPro.
Oh, that would be cool. I wasn't prepared for that. Actually, if you go to my shop, what is it? Shop. Oh man, I forget my link.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll put it in the notes below when we're done. I can't remember I can't even remember my own Amazon shopping link, but that wasn't really the purpose I showed this. But I will post that link just because you asked. But the audio on board is pretty cool. It works pretty well. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And then also it comes with a feature that's called Hyper Smooth. I think it's called Hyper Smooth. And it is it's like a stabilizer. You know, people use gimbals, the little mechanical things that help keep the camera steady as you're walking. But the built-in Hyper Smooth technology in this camera does a pretty good job of keeping everything smooth. I was impressed. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use it. Hey, Sean, welcome to the Saturday morning show again. Thank you very much for being my latest patron. I truly appreciate that. So, yeah, thank you, Sean. You, one of many, helping me to purchase things like this. Toys. You know, boys like toys. All right, so that's enough about the GoPro. But it was fun shooting the beekeeping episode yesterday because I was able to be a little more creative with 2 cameras. And on purpose, in the video, I'm actually talking about the cameras because I want people to understand that this is new and what it would look like maybe if they were able to shoot with 2 cameras. And quite honestly, I really do believe that if you had a low budget and you had nothing else, you could do a full YouTube channel vlog with this because you can do the wide angle or a standard angle. The audio, like I said, is not bad. You can have it pointed toward you when you walk around. It's small, lightweight, comes with accessories to help mount it on different things.
Like a head.
It comes with the things that you can mount on helmets or hats. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways that you could use this. It was $500. I would never have purchased it without the Patreon money. However, if you're wanting to get into shooting videos and you don't have a great big budget for, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 camera, which by the way, I don't have one. This camera, the Lumix what is this one? FZ, I'm looking over my glasses because I can't see up close. FZ300. The Lumix FZ300 I think is around $600. And it is a really amazing, not terribly heavy camera for YouTube videos. Shoots in 4K if you want that. I haven't used it yet. But also you can get the optional shotgun microphone. We got a jet flying over. If this were a video that I would be recording, I would pause, most likely, let that jet pass, and come back. But since it's live...
I've had questions on how much you spent on the GoPro.
Oh, right. So the GoPro was... I bought just the package deal, which is the camera with this. That's all it comes... Well, there's a few other little accessories, but this plus some of the other connectors was $500.
That's what they've been saying online.
Yep, yeah. $500. And this is around $600. So this is one that I purchased last year, I think, again with Patreon money. And this has been a super YouTube. I honestly believe that people are just starting. If you have a budget, if you don't, use your cell phone, because most cell phones will create a pretty decent video as well.
Yeah, mine does. Just
like what we're doing right now. This is a live show on, like you needed to know that. This is a live show. On a, this is the Galaxy, no, not Galaxy. What is this one? The Note 9? No, 8. I can't even remember what phone I have. This is the Samsung Note 8. It shoots a really nice video. And if you have no other budget, just upgrade your cell phone to something nice, and then you can shoot your YouTube videos through that.
You just got a new subscriber.
Are you kidding me?
This is Vincent.
Hey, Mr. Vincent, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. Heard you do some homesteading, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
You want to be on the live show?
Sure.
This is
hey, y'all.
Mr. Vincent showed up for our rummage sale, yard sale, garage sale. Which one do you rummage, yard, or garage?
Garage.
Garage sale.
I'd say garage.
All right.
Yard sale.
So as we're doing the live show, Vincent probably overheard.
Yes.
And then my wife, Mama Kirbs, was talking about the homesteading and such. So he's going to subscribe. Did you already
Yes,
do it
yes,
on your
I did.
phone?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Y'all
Appreciate
have a
you
good day.
stopping by.
Bye, y'all.
See, all you have to do is come to a yard sale, and then you can get on a live show.
I'm not sure that's a big draw for some people.
Garage sale, yard sale, garbage sale, whatever.
We always call them garbage sales.
Garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes it sound fancy.
Right.
That's right. Fancy trash. Ah, so much fun. All right, hopefully we'll see Vincent in the chat next week in the live show, because I won't be having a yard sale next week, so he won't be here. All right, good stuff. Man, how's that for distraction? So I was talking about this, I was talking about that. I don't know how much more you need to know about this, but it is the Rode. You can see, let me pull this off. This is the Rode microphone. What is this one? I can't remember the model. I have that somewhere. I should actually just do another updated YouTube video to talk about the equipment that I have, and then I'll give all the links and everything in that. Maybe that'll be my next video after the beekeeping one that I just shot. So, and then the dead cat goes over the microphone to help cancel out some of the wind and other audio interruptions.
Too bad it doesn't work on jet noise.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't work on jet noise. And sometimes it doesn't slide on very well. There we go. All right. So there it is, the Lumix FZ300 with the Rode mic. I wish I knew exactly which one it was. But hey, Sean, thank you very much for the Farm Defense Fund, the $2 squirrels Farm Defense Fund. So that's some of the equipment that I shot, the V-keeping video. I just need to slow down. Hey girl, Fiona's already been in here. She jumped on the table.
She's a star, though.
She's the star. At Daddykirbs Girl on Instagram, by the way. Check her out.
Follow me.
You'll see lots of Fiona on at Daddykirbs Girl on Instagram.
Yes.
And the cat.
We just said maybe we could unbox the saddle.
Oh! Yeah, we'll probably do that in a video. Not live show. We got a new saddle. Actually, Daddykirbs Girl there got a saddle. We've lived with secondhand saddles or free saddles from different people who just had them in the barn or whatever, and they've been fine. But she really wanted a decent English saddle, so we took her measurements. She saved her money, and we ended up getting a saddle, and it showed up yesterday.
Yay.
Through UPS. So
she's going to try it out today?
I don't know if she's going to try it today, but very soon.
I would have tried it out last night. I get a new toy. I got to play with it right now.
She was actually, last night when it showed up, I was home alone because she and the others were at one of the stage productions that the company that she does her drama classes through. They were putting on a show in New Braunfels, a production of Addams Family.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's kind of fun. Luke really, really, really loves going to those shows.
Oh, I've had several people ask, how is Luke doing?
How is Luke doing? Well, it's sort of the same, sort of hanging in there. We have Saturday mornings, he does his massage therapy, so that's where he's at right now. He looks forward to that every time. He does it 3 times a week, and he knows what times because he's watching the clock and he's telling us it's time. When is she coming? When is she coming? So he's actually sleeping better. I think I mentioned this last week because maybe a few weeks already. But we're very excited that he's sleeping better because he does have a different bed now. Oh, I did mention this because you said you had one too, the sleep number.
Yes. Actually, I have 2 sleep numbers. I have a king size and a queen size. The queen size is in my guest room for people who come and visit.
Nice. You're really kind to your guests.
At that, and I get really good deals in garage sales.
Nice.
I've never paid more than $400 for a sleep number bed, and that was for the king size.
Wow.
And that is a great deal because they're way over $1,000.
Way over.
Mm-hmm.
Like way over.
And mine come
Three
with,
ways at least.
Yeah, and mine come with the headboard, and the footboard, and they're just wonderful, wonderful beds.
Yeah. Well, Luke has the full size, and I get up in there sometimes, and I say, "Can I sleep in your bed?" And he says, "No." No. It's really not very big, but I tease him because his bed is more comfortable than mine.
They are wonderful. I don't ever want to have to go back to a plain bed again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that we'll get one for ourselves, but if we ever look for another mattress, I'll probably get one of those.
Yeah. And I like having the heated mattress pad as well. Because in the winter, you just turn it on before, half an hour or so before you're ready to go to bed. And when you crawl between the sheets, it's like a warm cocoon. It's awesome.
It's like putting on warm jeans out of the dryer.
Mm-hmm.
That's living right there.
Yeah, it is. People talking about the horses walking around in the background.
Oh, can you see them?
Apparently Deborah can.
All right, so where is the barn? There it is, back there. And a cat on the stump. Yeah, so Teo and Maggie are back tearing up the mud. It's a nice day today, but after, 2 weeks of rain, the ground is very mucky, yucky, muddy, soft, and the horses are tearing that up around the barn. Someday I need to go back there with a load of cedar mulch and just cover that whole thing with 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of cedar mulch and let them pack that down into that mud to give them a carpet, and I don't have as much being tore up back there.
Another squirrel alert.
Hey,
Sean,
another squirrel.
$8 this time.
Sean, what are you doing? That's a top bar hive fund. Now you're trying to push me in the direction of following through with my promises of building top bar hives. I really want to, and I really need to do it. Who says that? See, I saw Jim in a City Field concert. I like honey. I like honey too. Oh, you're just kidding. You don't. All right. Well, I'm not kidding. I do. All right.
I love it.
I love honey.
I do too. And
Honey's
it's
good
great
stuff.
for home remedies. I was having a real bad problem this week with coughing. I had some kind of a catch in my throat and I couldn't figure out what it was. And my husband says, "Why don't you just take a spoonful of honey and slowly let it melt in your mouth?" And I did, and it got better. So I did it again, and it got better. And I
Nice.
don't really have much of a cough now at all.
Good, good. Well, we keep honey, a lot of honey on hand for things like that, and for my tea, because it makes tea really nice.
And I keep a lot of honey on hand because I like it and because I can get it from you.
That's right. Yeah, hopefully someday you can get it out of the hive that's on your place.
Hopefully.
That would be cool.
We decided not to do it this winter so the bees would have something, since it's such a new hive, they'd have something
Right.
to live on.
Yep.
But maybe next spring.
Yep. Yeah, next year. Yeah, you should build. I would think, because you have 2 boxes on it right now.
And there are 10 frames in each box,
Right.
and at least 7 of each one had something going on, and 3 or 4 in each one were full.
Nice. Yeah, so
Lots of
next
brood.
spring, Mark will probably put another box on top. By next spring, you should be able to get some honey out of that. I don't know how he's going to manage that, but
I don't either, but I just love being out there to help.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And what amazes me is
Oh.
these
Is my
bees.
beeper on? Oh, it's off.
What's off?
Oh, now it's off. I'm so sorry. I thought I had that turned off. I hope there weren't a lot of messages coming in. So yeah, when I turn the audio to vibrate, you guys get to hear that doo. But I thought I had it turned all the way off.
Øystein's here.
Hey, we got another moderator in the house. Welcome, Øystein, from the great state of Norway. I actually was going to say that, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was the great country of Norway. Almost as great as Texas, the country of Texas.
And we are a country.
All right. I have some questions for you. So, pardon me. Hold on. I rubbed my nose off camera. I have some questions for you. The questions that I have for you is that I have been wanting to get some feedback from some of you who are, you know, family members who are closer to the content here, closer to us as a family. And I wanted to know your opinion. What types of content, subject matter, what things would you like to see on the farm? Now, I'm going to keep producing as I do, but I really wanted to get some feedback and integrate some of your ideas, some of your thoughts into my content. So if you don't want to mention that here in the chat, then contact me through the family group or, you know, a chat, wherever we contact each other. Do that, because I would really love to have some feedback about what you would like to see on the Daddykirbs channel. I'm trying to go through. I'm always thinking about how to make the channel more interesting and more value, provide more value and more fun. But what I want to do is stay connected to those who love the channel the most and give you guys something that you actually want to see. Another question is, so one is, what do you want to see? And the second question is, what day of the week? If I only produced one video a week, which lately that's been what I've been able to do. For a while I was able to do 2 and 3 videos a week, but swim in a pool of honey. That's probably not gonna happen. It would be fun, sticky, but fun. Let's see. So what day of the week, if I were to produce only one day a week, what day of the week would be your preferred date? Now, I realize I'll probably get somebody saying, you know, I should probably just put a poll in the family group Monday through Sunday and see what comes up the most.
Or Monday through Saturday and leave Sunday for a day of rest.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Although last week I put my video out on Sunday. The reason I did that,
pre-schedule and
right,
do it that way.
And that's the reason it happened last week, is because I edited on Friday and Saturday and then scheduled it to come out on Sunday. So I didn't actually do anything on Sunday except that it released. And then on Sunday evening I was on checking, you know, comments and stuff on the videos. I don't like scratching my nose on screen. That reminds me, when I was younger, there's the church I grew up in, fairly conservative church. This preacher was just, I mean, he was preaching. He was going on and bouncing around, doing his thing. And then at a moment, he went down. We had one of those big wooden pulpits that you can't see through. It's like a little box. And for a moment, he went down below. We heard a nose blow, and then he came back up and continued preaching. As a kid, I found that really, really funny.
Oh, Øystein says straight after the live show, it would be like a after party.
There you go. Speaking of after parties, this has really nothing to do with after parties, but did you know that now YouTube does premieres, which means that I can schedule a video as a premiere and we can watch it together and have a chat beside the video going on that's similar to the chat that's in the live show. So you and I can carry on a conversation in chat while watching my videos for the first time in a premiere. Would that be interesting? Man, I got a tickle in my nose. Yeah, so if I did a premiere, say, are you going to try the, oh, Pine City Apiary was just talking about that. Premieres are awesome. I will have one later today.
Ah,
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have not done it yet. Maybe with the beekeeping video that I'm editing today, if I can get that finished today and scheduled for tomorrow, maybe I can do that as my first premiere.
We've had a question. The polls work well, but are you talking about just doing a live stream or just doing videos, or are you going to poll for both? What's best for
Oh, no. The Saturday live show is a Saturday live show. That's consistent. I'm not changing that. I'm talking about if my one piece of edited content were to come out one day a week, which day would be your preferred day? I'm just curious what the feedback is to see if any one day rises well above the others. Off-Grid's Duncan says premieres are fun. Kilta Gardner said that would be cool. Off-Grid says do a premiere. I will be there. So you know what? I think if I'm going to say if, because whenever I make a promise on camera, it seems like I can't keep it. So if I can get that video edited today, I think I'm going to premiere it for tomorrow evening. And it'll probably be tomorrow evening, 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, Central Time. Because, it might make it hard for, I don't know what time that would be in Sweden, but it may make it difficult. But Sundays during the day, I'm not going to commit to being on the computer during the day on Sunday.
Yeah.
So in the evening, yes. During the day, no. So, yeah, so I think I may try that. Even if only 10 people show up, that would be fun. It'll be a fun test. So there it is. If I can get that edited today, we're going to try a premiere.
All right.
It'll be fun. And I heard you can even do a super chat in the premieres.
How neat.
You guys don't need to do that.
I may have to schedule a premiere for my next one. I don't remember which I'm doing. I think I'm doing dehydrating mirepoix.
Mirror what?
Mirepoix. It's a cooking term. It's a group of spices and things that are mixed together. It's used a lot in French cooking, but basically it's onions and celery and garlic, and they're just dehydrated and mixed together.
Nice. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
So if Kate does a premiere on her dehydrating video, you guys need to show up. Not need to. I'm not telling you what you need to do. It would be really nice for Kate and for the family to show up, support her, and carry on in the chat. She's a chatter.
Yes, I am. Sometimes that can be a problem.
Yeah, that's okay. I think that's an ultralight flying over right now.
It's back behind us, wherever it is. I can't see it through the trees.
Maybe. All right. You know what? I ran out of notes, so now we're just winging it. My channel is really small. Hey, Off-Grid, it's okay. Oh, you're winging it?
I'm winging it.
Off-Grid, it's okay because every channel starts small, and I tell you, every story counts. Every channel is a story, and every story counts. Every person has a story, and not every person has to share them on YouTube, but those that do, I say it counts. It matters. Your story matters, and somebody needs to hear what you have to say. You know what? I think I just stole that directly from Jeff Barch.
And I'm going to steal it from you and start using it on my videos too, because I agree.
I agree too. I agree with you agreeing with me, agreeing with Jeff.
Do you agree that I steal it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Steal it. Have it. I just stole it from Jeff. Jeff Barch in his videos from Story Greenlight often says share. How exactly does he say it? Share your story because your stories. Your story matters. You matter. People need to hear what you have to say, or something very similar to that. So I agree with that. Jeff Barch actually right now has a fairly small channel too, but he's growing fast because he is encouraging creators with his ability to tell stories and share his perspective. Man, I'm talking all crazy. His perspective from being a TV editor. He edits TV shows, and one of the TV shows that he edits is American Ninja Warrior. He's doing a new one. I can't remember what it's called, but it has Dwayne Johnson in it, and so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so he is a TV editor. He's been in it for a long time, and now he has a YouTube channel. He's sharing some tips and tricks, but also encouragement to people to share their stories. So there you go, Jeff Parch. Story Greenlight, shout out. So I love the fact that there are creators here in the family, people sharing, like Kate, sharing her story about how to dehydrate and actually preserve food through canning and dehydration and other methods, I'm sure, over time.
And we're going to do cooking as well, because I'm going to show how to use what I've dehydrated or canned.
And that is something that a lot of channels don't have.
Right.
So good for you.
Thank you.
So yes, I truly do believe every story matters. And I love that you guys are willing to share your stories in your own channels, whether it be, you know, just Facebook or YouTube or anything else. I think it's fantastic. Blake, are you going to Lindau, Texas, November 17th? I don't think so. What is that? What's going on? I'll have to look that up. What's going on in Lindau, Texas on November 17th? Do you know?
Lindale.
Lindale. Sorry,
yeah,
I said it
Lindale.
wrong. Looked like Lindau to me. Lindale. See, I have mostly not read except for what catches my eye, because I don't want to do these awkward silent times when I'm scrolling through. Talk to me, Tim. What's going on? I do hope that the yard sale goes much better today than it did yesterday. Oh. Is it not backwards?
Nope, sure isn't.
Haffy says, did you change something because your hat reads correctly and not backwards? I didn't change anything. Did you change anything?
Only my socks.
I did not change anything. That's really cool. So now I can hold things up and you can read them. These are my notes for the day.
Oh, Tim says that what's going on in Lindale is they're having some kind of a get-together for YouTube creators, farm stuff, and things like that. He's looking it up right now to let us know.
Oh, well, that would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
I'd like to know which creators are going to be there.
And where's Lindale?
Because I don't like some of them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not true. Well, it's probably true, but I wouldn't say that live. Oh, I just did.
He doesn't want to see mine. He just has to, because he's my mentor.
Yeah. No, I love what you do. I just can't keep up with most channels. That's the truth. I can barely keep up with my own channel, like creating stuff. And so Kate needs to remind me when she puts something up. Although I am subscribed with the bell,
Yes,
but I don't
you
get
are.
notifications on most anything.
How
I think
odd.
YouTube has
Maybe
messed.
you've lost that when they went down and came back up. Because I know I've had to go in and resubscribe to everything. I've lost all my subscriptions and all my bills.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't checked. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Julie Nelson. Kate, are you related to Daddykirbs? Only in spirit.
I know, I said only by the heart. I just
Oh,
answered.
there you go. Okay.
I
Yeah.
said only by the heart because you and Mama Kirbs are both my friends.
There you go. Let's see. Oh, wait.
And both of my kids live far away, so this gives me family here.
Then that's very nice. Nice to have you nearby.
Thank you.
I was distracted by Off-Grid saying that he would love to go to a get-together of
Take a drink, start over.
other YouTubers. See, that's one of the reasons I don't talk live. But it's a long way to the U.S. You're right. You know what? I have, prior to 2016, the only places I had ever been out of the country was just across the border in Canada and just across the border in Mexico. So that does count. That is international, but it sort of doesn't count when you talk about world travel, because it wasn't much of a travel, because I lived in Indiana at the time that I went to Canada, so that was a short drive. And I lived in Texas at the time that I went to Mexico, so that was a fairly short drive.
Yeah, it's only a couple of hours from here.
I did get a speeding ticket, or a traffic violation in Mexico.
Uh-oh. You
Yeah.
parked in the wrong place?
No, see, we didn't, a buddy of mine went down there. We didn't even intend to go. to Mexico, but we got caught up in the wrong line, and we were stuck in traffic, so we were going in.
Mm-hmm.
So we went in and immediately tried to find our way out because we didn't know enough about being in Mexico to want to drive our car into Mexico, because a lot of people here, they go down and park and go across, they walk into Mexico and just visit. Well, my buddy and I got caught in the wrong lane of traffic and drove in and ended up going down a one-way street the wrong way. That was really awkward. He was driving, not me. No, wait, was I driving? No, he was driving. I'm trying to remember. And yeah, so we were pulled over and given a ticket, and they told us that we had to go downtown to the courthouse right then to take care of that, which that would only add to our confusion and complication of the situation, so we didn't want to. And we asked if there was any other way, and the guy offered to take the money for us. So we paid him and we left. And I have no idea if that money ever made it to the courthouse, but that's not my problem.
Right.
So we got out of Mexico almost as quickly as we got in, and then we parked and walked in and, you know, did the typical tourist thing and shopped for blankets and whatever.
Off-grid is going to be in Barcelona, Spain for work next week. My husband spent a lot of years in Spain with the military, and he loves it.
Oh, that's nice.
I told him if we ever got enough money, I wanted to go to Spain just so we could go to all the places that he so fondly remembers.
All the places that he talks very highly about, that
Yes.
you build imaginative worlds around his
Yes.
stories. Yes.
I also want to go to Turkey because he spent a lot of time there.
Nice. I like turkey on Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Actually, I won't be having turkey this Thanksgiving because we haven't had meat in our house for a while.
Yep.
But I tried some of that tofurkey.
Oh, okay.
Not really that good.
Yes, sir. All right, Øystein, Norway first.
Yes.
I will do that.
Norway first. Actually, I interrupted my own story. I went to Norway in 2016. I can't even remember why I interrupted my own story, but in 2016, prior to 2016, I had only gone to Canada and Mexico. And I had a fear of going places because, you know, the media here has a really good way of sort of holding people down with fear. And somehow I bought into that. And I didn't want to go anywhere outside of the U.S. because I thought, you know, the whole world hated us as Americans. And so I didn't want to go anywhere. And it's not true. It's actually not true. And I went to Norway, and everywhere we went, people were just kind. And my time in Norway with what I call now my Norwegian family was amazing. Everyone there was so inviting and welcoming, so much so that I ended up sending my son back for 87 days. This was just recently. I'm going to sneeze again.
And he had a wonderful time. He just absolutely loved being there.
Yes, he did. I did not sneeze. Yes. So, yeah. So Off-Grid says, no, it's not true. We love you guys. Thank you. It's a silly thing, but I actually think that it's an intentional thing by our media.
Absolutely.
To keep us as fearful as possible.
I have a different slant on traveling across the world. That because I've met so many people from other countries when I worked at the University of Texas in Austin. There were lots and lots of foreign students. I got to know a lot of them. They welcomed me into their home. I celebrated their holidays with them and things like that. So to me, it's like going to a friend's house.
Yeah.
I wish I could afford to go. I've
I
never
know.
traveled outside the U.S. other than to Mexico once.
I would love to go more often too, and I have a similar experience, not through the university, but through YouTube. People all over the world contact me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough time to carry on conversations with too many people, but some I have. And so now I have friends in countries all over, India, several countries.
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka, gosh, I can't even remember all of them, but Venezuela. I have a group of friends in Venezuela. and Norway, of course, and just different places that I've made contact online through being a YouTuber. And I would love to visit more places. And yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's really cool to have people in the live show from different places, so we can make these connections here too.
5-minute warning.
5-minute warning. Kilted Gardner says, I've been to the Philippines as well, and really interesting, a really interesting place.
And he's lived in England for 2 years.
Cool. Was that through the military? Did he say that?
He didn't say.
And Qatar.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
Qatar. Where is that?
It's Middle East, right?
Oh, okay.
Testing my what's it called? Geography.
Geography. So many of the countries have changed names and borders since I studied geography back in high school many years ago, that I don't know where most of these things are anymore. Because someone will say something, I'll go, oh, that used to be.
Yeah. Yes, it was military, he said. And Off-Grid says the furthest from Sweden he's ever been was Bali in Indonesia.
Cool.
That would be cool.
Oh, Paul says it's by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I thought it was somewhere right in that area.
And Skeptic traveled with the military. It says that Qatar is a peninsula in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my military experience did not take me anywhere.
And I've had no
Except to
military
Texas.
experience.
It took me to Texas, which I'm very happy about.
Yay.
All right. Well, you know what? That was a fun show.
Yes,
It was a good show. Thank you very much for being here and helping me to have a good show, helping us to have a good morning. And it is warming up a little bit. I can feel I don't really need the sweatshirt now.
And I'm not freezing anymore.
Yep, my toes are not cold. There it is.
That was a sneeze. Matter of fact, he blew 3 ducks off down the road.
The ducks are scattering. All right. I'm going to do it again.
Kilted has been to Texas twice now. With the military both times, Kilted.
Ah,
My visual says, bless you.
yes. I need the blessings. All right. Well,
Yes,
you know,
he does.
yeah, I really do. It is a true pleasure being here with you on a Saturday morning. Thank you for being a part of my story and Kate's story and allowing us to be a part of yours.
Yes.
We would truly love to see you in the family group on Facebook if you're not there already. My son's calling. He's always interrupting shows. I'll call him back. So that is a wrap. Thank you very much. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Guess what? His call froze.